Hi everyone, Dr. Nutt here. Today we're going to talk about prosocial behavior, basically about helping behavior. And this is a topic I'm very passionate about, very interested in as a lifelong learner, and especially as it relates to social psychology. If you see on the photo in front of you, right there in the back with the sunglasses on, that's me. And that was about a year ago. I was gathered up with a group of volunteers, and we just headed out to the park, the public park, and just to help our fellow neighbors to beautify our parks, and it's just a lot of fun. So now, in our discussion today, we're going to look at several objectives here. One of the main objectives I want us to look at is really what motivates someone, to go out and help other people, especially if it costs them something. That again, I'm passionate about volunteering. That's me in another country. I was actually in the Dominican. I've traveled to Costa Rica. I've traveled to South America just to help people out. On this particular trip, we built a home for a gentleman that was in need. Again, what motivates people to go out and help, even when it can cost? And then also we'll look at certain personal personal qualities um, about whether or not you're likely to give. And then we'll look at situations and really what can be done to promote pro-social behavior among others. Okay. Also, there's a great video clip in your Blackboard about someone that helped out a veteran's son. So take a look at that in your Blackboard. It's a video. One of the other places I really volunteer on a monthly basis, this is at Ronald McDonald House in Dallas. And that's me right there. Again, these are a group of people from all walks of life, and we prepare the meal for families that are staying in the Ronald McDonald House. They're there because they have a child in the hospital and they're away from home, and so we serve them a warm meal, and I get a lot of satisfaction out of that. But again, that's one of my passions. Now, what's the difference between pro-social behavior and a term called altruism? Pro-social behavior is any act. Basically, again, it's a behavior, it's an action performed with the goal of benefiting another person. Now, altruism is a little bit different in that it's a desire, and I'll just see if I can kind of point this out. It goes back to desire because oftentimes you may have a desire to help a person. Again, even if there's a potential cost involved to the helper. Again, I paid to travel to another country. I purchased groceries at the grocery store to then go to the Ronald McDonald House to contribute. So again, this is again the desire to help, even on the weekends or the monthly time that we go to the Ronald McDonald House. There may be a time I cannot attend because of a scheduling conflict. I will contribute money because that's how important I feel it really is. So one's an act, one's a desire. So what's this all about? Really, it boils down to some reciprocity of norm. Um, there's this underlying kind of belief that there's an expectation that helping others out or helping others will increase the likelihood that they may help us in the future. Speaking of this reciprocity norm, several years ago, I was in a situation where I had a family member in the hospital for an extended stay, and I happened to have to stay at a place where they provided meals for us. Okay. And again, I was out of town helping out this family member. And I think that's part of the drive that makes me want to then go to Ronald McDonald House to help out other families. It's a reciprocity again that if I help out here, hopefully in the future they will help me out. So that's a kind of an underlying expectation about help. Now, based on the social exchange theory, there's cost and rewards. What we do really kind of stems from a desire to maximize rewards and minimize cost. And this carries over into relationships as well. Again, reciprocity is kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? And helping, behavior and this reciprocity kind of expectation is you're making an investment in the future. Let me see if I can kind of highlight this. You're making an investment for the future that, again, maybe if someone sees me and help, they'll help me. If you're contributing, helping out can be rewarding in that we know it provides relief for people. And then there are social rewards, or there's certain rewards, meaning there's social approval, and then also there's increased feelings of self-worth, meaning you kind of get a high out of helping other people if you've ever heard about a helper's high. And again, these are kind of the different components of what can make, helping others a reward for you. How can it be costly? Okay, on the flip side, it can cost you. You see on the photo here, that's me, that's my mom, and that's a friend of mine in the middle. It can cost you time. Okay, it can cost you several hours. Occasionally, it can even be embarrassing. Or it can cause you pain, or in some situations, we know, helping others can also be physically dangerous as well. And the social exchange theory really argues that true altruism, right, the desire to help people even if it costs you something, really does not exist, because people help when the benefits outweigh the cost. And that's basically one of the major arguments about how true altruism does not really exist. And we can debate that all day long. One of the last comments I'll make about helping on this first part of this video lecture is, have you ever seen any examples of animals helping humans? Like service dogs, so emotional support dogs. Take a look at this video clip I also have in your Blackboard about, how animals help. And the research indicates that all animals can engage in helping behavior, even across species. So thank you for kind of logging in today and being a part of this discussion today. Have a great day.